What's up, Lady Panda Man? How you doing, y'all? Here to discuss some One Piece. The community's been in Ray as always. Main things that happen. Sanji looking goat. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Zoro
bless
fans
up.
looking sad. I mean, it is what it
Yeah, right.
is.
hmm
Uh, but yeah, man. So how y'all doing?
Um, I'm happy, man. As a member of the Brotherhood of Sanji, I'm very, very happy, and I was very much enjoyed this chapter we like where Sanji showed out, and Sanji was came in clutch.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? It's easy to forget that Zoro and Sanji actually don't even hate each other. Like they're like brothers. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
funny because like if they actually knew like what the community be saying, like against both of them, they would probably try to fight. Like like brothers, they could like hate on each other, but if someone else do it, they'll probably want
Go
to,
against it.
yeah.
Uh,
But
uh, Definitely.
I mean, the real question is like why are people trying to make it as if just because Sanji, might have gotten a little hurt by King L. I mean, the guy is a first commander of a this guy is a first commander of a Yonko, and he did still complete his mission of saving Momonosuke. So I don't get that.
And if you look at the chapter before, when Sanji just got hit, he was kind of more worried about Momo and looking at Momo and like interacting with Momo while he was still getting hit. So there was emphasis of like, oh, he's gotta make sure Momo is good first, then him second, and that was just a kind of a not even something you can call a fair attack, but yeah, it was just an attack in general. And we've seen Sanji and a lot of characters get hit like that and really not say anything. So you can't really even, and the fight hasn't even started, so you can't really give Sanji an L because what he did was a big W. Because if you think about it, how can you call him rescue Momonosuke from a first division commander and a second division commander well right in front of Momo, and he was able to accomplish it very successfully without Momo sustaining any damage, like while he was trying to rescue him. So that's a big W. And like anyone that's saying that's an L and Sanji didn't accomplish anything great or come in clutch is obviously not a fan and just a hater and wants to hate for no particular reason.
Yeah, I mean, people be trolling.
Oh,
I'm
definitely.
kind of giving up on the community a little bit when it comes to that. A little bit. I'm just like, I just kind of accepted that they're just gonna get on either. Like honestly, they're just gonna get on either Zoro or Sanji. It's not even just Sanji. Like, like either way, these characters, Zoro and Sanji, has become two characters who are either hated on the most or like praised the most in the community as of late.
It's insane. Sometimes it does get annoying, especially because the trolls, the people are not deploying logic and just say whatever without any reasoning, even though it looks completely stupid. Those are the people who piss me off. Unless if you're gonna hate on Sanji, give legit. Don't hate, especially don't hate. Okay, yeah, even me as a Sanji, as a diehard Sanji fanboy, I can admit Sanji taking some L's and not looking so good in certain chapters, but this what definitely wasn't one of them. We've seen bigger L's happen. This is crazy, bro.
Yo, Cat, you did?
No, I'm just waiting for the appropriate time to respond. Personally, I don't follow the whole L and W mindset the same way other people do because to me, getting hurt does not count as an L. To me, an
Oh,
L is only if you're laid up and unconscious on the ground. So Sanji getting hit by King, first of all, that's to be expected. I mean, that Zoro would have gotten hurt. Luffy
definitely.
would have gotten hurt. It doesn't
hmm
matter which of the three it is. They would, any one of them would have gotten hurt. Now, we can argue and debate about, well, what's the extent to the amount of damage each of them would take, but I'd say the reality is that it doesn't matter which of the three it would have been who saved Momo, they'd still get hit. I mean, maybe you could try to say, oh well, Zoro could block. I mean, maybe, but considering he's got to hold on to Momo and he's in the air. I don't know how
Mhm. How well he would
effectively.
have blocked it.
I don't know how.
Honestly,
I don't know how.
Zoro still would have got hurt in some way. I
Yeah,
mean, because
Yeah,
I'm not before anybody who loves Zoro, so I'm slandering him. He did get hurt by Apu, so if he can get hurt by Apu, it's possible
yeah.
for him to get hurt by King. I
I
would think
mean
King can hurt him if Apu can.
these characters
Definitely.
are
And if
not.
you,
These characters
I
are not. These characters are not invincible, and they've never been invincible.
definitely like, and if you like look at from this perspective, where you're looking at King as someone who is as just as capable or just as strong as Karakuri, you can see that this is very excusable. Him getting a hit on Sanji or Sanji's still trying to protect Momo is expected. Come on,
Hmm? Yeah,
this is someone on par with Karakuri. Come on, like people are being crazy right now.
I put him above Katakuri personally, but that's just
Mhm.
me.
Yes, yeah, it's someone comparable, or you can put him, or you can say he's stronger than Karakuri. Just all perspective, but like this
At
is
least
someone.
slightly. At least slightly.
Mhm. Mm-hmm. But
Um,
yeah, so like you gotta can't really give Sanjay L for this. Like this is a
yeah,
very powerful individual. Like, come on, if Sanjay would have dodged it, come on, how would this look? And this wasn't really anything too. Like he had Momo on the other hand. Well, he got hit initially, so you
yeah.
can't really like give him.
I mean, the simple
They're
fact,
having to slack. Mm-hmm.
the simple fact that he's trying to save Momo is probably part of the reason why he got hit because he was
Yeah,
focused
yeah,
on keeping him
definitely.
safe. You know?
Definitely, like, and the same thing happened to Zoro when he was voicing when he was voicing Hawkins, when Hawkins threw all those nails, and Zoro was trying to protect that little, I forgot her little name, but anyone remember that little girl's name with the devil fruit where she can pinch her cheek?
Uh, Tama.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tama. When Zoro was trying to
Tama.
protect Tama from the nails, he ultimately also got hit, and and we all know otherwise. If say Zoro wasn't trying to protect Tama, none of those nails really do anything to him. He would
Yeah,
have been able to evade them easily. So like you can cut him some slack if you're trying, especially
exactly,
the instance when he was trying to protect someone. Come on, he happens
exactly.
to everyone in the series.
I think people just have it in their heads that they should be invincible or they should be on the level of the likes of Roger, Whitebeard, and Prime Garp, and that's just simply not the case.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, maybe I should have said Roger Riley and Scopper, not Roger Whitebeard and Garp, because I
Yeah.
don't see the trio being at that level. Luffy, will most likely be at that level, but the other two, I'd say they'll be at least slightly weaker than those three.
I think we should talk about the chapter a little bit.
Yeah.
Honestly, I skimmed the chapter a little bit, pretty much, because I'm not like religiously reading One Piece anymore.
Oh,
But
then what?
huh?
How come?
Oh, I'm just not a fan of like where the story is going like lately.
At least with
Oh,
Wano. At least with Wano. Like, I'm hoping that once Wano is done, it'll pick up for me more than it has.
I
But
see. I see. Oh, I go ahead. My bad.
I just
Like
haven't been.
Kyle getting hurt by Kinemon. Kinemon's cool, but at the same time, I mean, Kinemon, like,
Yeah,
yeah.
logically,
Uh, and
logically,
then also, it's cool that they saved Momonosuke. I actually this redeems a point for me because I was kind of like they was kind of like fuck them kids, in the chapter where they just let Momonosuke get captured. And it's like, we'll come for you later, Momonosuke. And
mhm.
it's like they're just letting this kid get captured by this dangerous dude, and they're not really trying hard to get to him. I thought that was trash. Um, just a couple other things, man. Like I've been skimming kind of this trying to kind of do these past like two or so chapters, you know. So, what is y'all thoughts on it? Because I haven't really.
Well, I'm going
Um.
to touch on the Kinemon part.
Um.
Well, I mean, no, no. I mean, let's
Okay,
talk
my fault.
about what happened in this chapter. We can get on Keenan
Um.
part some other time. We
With
did
the
that in another
Shulong,
stream, huh?
I think one this chapter was a Shulong situation. Then we after the whole Shulong situation, that interact went to the Big Mom, and the Big Mom part then went to the Sanji part. I think those are the three sequences of the chapter.
Those are the only things that matter.
Definitely, yeah.
I'm just gonna say I'm not too happy with what's going on with Jack and the Minx because since there's no main characters going up against him, I fear he's gonna get off screens. And yeah,
Oh,
because think
brother.
about this. Think about this. Think about
I
this,
don't
right?
know, man.
Think about this, though. Think about this.
I don't want to think about it, man. But you gonna make
no,
me?
just hear me out on this. So at Zoe, the two Dukes pretty much had Jax on the ropes, and that was the two of them together. Now they're in Sulong as well as other Minks, all against Jack.
Mm-hmm.
If
Lack
you're
the drag down.
If you're seriously expecting me to believe that Jack is getting out of that in anything other than a matchbox or a body bag, then there's going to have to be somebody coming in there to rescue Jack, or at least make it a 2v however many Minks it is that are in the fight right now. Because to be completely honest with you, I do not see Jack making it out of this. And since this isn't a main character centered fight in any way, I think it's going to be skipped. And I'm a little worried about that because he's one of the calamities. A fight with a calamity should not be skipped at all.
I think what's gonna happen is you know, I this is probably headcanon, but I could easily see it possible as to where there's like a kind of like a because you know that like Kaido was involved with people who created fake Devil Fruits. It's very possible that there's like some type of pill or kind of rumble ball type of thing supplement to where like when Jack eats it, he also has like a Sulon form.
I mean, if you're saying you think it's possible that that Jack could have awakening, I could absolutely see that being the case for all three of the calamities. It would make perfect sense for them all to have awakening. I mean, Kaido too, obviously. So, and I mean, we also didn't see Jack go into his hybrid form yet, so there is that to make note of. So, I just want to see everything Jack has up his sleeve. If he goes down to the Minx and all that, that's fine. But don't skip everything and just show him on the ground unconscious or something. I want to see everything,
I think Jack definitely won't get defeated by those Minxes. If you think about it, like looking back at Peckham, Zoo was way stronger than these Minx that attacking Jack. He also was taken down pretty easily, and it's not just Jack. It's Jack and some gifters and some numbers.
True.
So we gotta put that into perspective. And Jack's stronger. I know Jack's been trashed on and kind of been like, his character's been kind of been destroyed a little bit and kind of compromised a little bit lately in Wando, but he's still a pretty capable individual. And I don't think he's definitely someone on Jack's caliber isn't definitely getting taken down by some trash Sulongs, in my opinion. Because trash times 10 is still trash. So like,
I mean,
this is nonsense.
I can't call the Sulongs trash, especially not the two Dukes.
Oh, yeah, definitely not the two Dukes. Just those Sparrow mix that transformed.
I mean, that's fair, but the way I look at it is, all right.
I mean, didn't Nekomamushi and Anu hold them off like for like a few days?
Yeah, but they're all, and now apparently they're in their Sulong form. So it's that times whatever kind of a boost they get from being in Sulong. That's terrifying.
But Nekomamushi and Inuarashi are not fighting Jack though. They're going to focus on Kaido.
Really? Oh god, I forgot about that. Oh.
Yeah, I'm looking at these pages now. I'm looking at these pages.
Because all the Minks are like, don't worry, Duke and Nekomamushi, we'll take care of Jack. You guys focus on Kaido. And now it's the father versus Jack.
What has Oda done to you, Kaido?
Wait,
Um,
did Komono Nasu ended up not being a traitor or something?
Who?
Oh, the painting guy.
No, he's still a traitor. I
No,
mean,
yeah, he's
I'm
still a
thinking about
traitor.
somebody else. Who was that guy who I forgot what his death fruit was, but I'm sitting here.
With
He
the neck,
said,
with the large neck.
yeah, he's saying they told you in order to keep me safe, Jack, I will repay my debt to them in full over the
Oh,
course of
Riser.
war.
Yeah,
Uh,
Riser wasn't the traitor.
yeah, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Yeah.
I honestly can't remember any of the Wano characters' names because they're that forgettable to me.
So, some of the samurais definitely are trash and disappointing in Wano. I can admit that, especially Riser and Kimimon. A lot of people hype Kimimon for some reason when I don't see where the hype is coming from. But I'll kind of
Good
explain from
title.
my reasoning. But I don't know. I'll talk about it later. But I do have a kind of like a reason why Kimimon was able to hurt Kaido and the Scabbards. But I, I'll talk about
I'm
it
looking
later.
at it, Cat.
When we get into
I'm
that.
looking at it. Dude, these are like father minks. I don't think they can.
Yeah,
I
do
don't
Okay,
think they're
anything
gonna
too
kill
good.
okay,
Jack.
that's
But
fine.
anyways, my bad. What was you talking about? Gaming.
I think like I said in prior stream, I think the only reason Kimon and stuff were able to hurt Kaido even a little bit, I think was for story purposes. Because if you think about it, like they've been going through hell, and they're kind of like Luffy is the main character of Wano, but like they're definitely up there near Luffy, where they have high significance in Wano, and they need to accomplish something. And say if they would just jumped at Kaido and Kaido bitch slapped all of them, and they're all dead, like that wouldn't give a lot of significance and a lot of meaning to Wano, especially what Oda's been set up. I think so. Oda had to give them kind of a purpose, kind of a moment where they all actually did something to Kaido, not necessarily hurt him, but they were able to penetrate his armor, which is, you know, something we can latch onto the story and say, hey, they definitely kind of did something to Kaido and kind of got on it like their master in a way. Because if they weren't able to do anything, this gonna be a trash story. If say if the Scabbers all of a sudden weren't even involved or didn't do anything to Kaido, it kind of be trash. Because why are you building them up all this time and making the story about them if they're not gonna do anything and just gonna get bitched by Kaido and not
Because
even
Oda
hurt him?
kind of screwed up with the Scabbards.
Yeah,
Let's be honest. He
yeah,
screwed.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You'll be very screwed. So I guess Oda, this was the moment Oda had to give them, I think, where they just penetrated Kaido. But after now they had the moment, Kaido's gonna fuck all them up.
It just feels like an ass pull to me. Them being
Yeah,
able to
yeah,
do that.
yeah, yeah. It is. It's one of those moments where Oda has to kind of compromise on some characters for the story purposes, and this was definitely a moment where Oda compromised on Kaido's character and the low he left on Kaido for this for story's sake.
I mean, this is worse than freaking Big Mom with her hunger pangs being knocked back a little by the vagabond drill. This is far worse than that.
You think this is worse than Big Mom's hunger
Mm-hmm.
pain? That was really bad.
Because she wasn't even hurt at all. They didn't penetrate her skin.
You know what? You're right because Kaido was just like, oh, you can't hurt Kaido, he's impenetrable. But now when a father like Kinemon actually stabs him, don't forget the other scabbards also penetrated him too. So like when father like in my opinion, I'm not a big fan of Kinemon, so excuse what I say. But when father like Kinemon or very low tier characters like Kinemon are stabbing Kaido, well, strong ass when the whole Marines couldn't even penetrate his armor. It's kind of like that's kind of iffy. The Marines, no Marines could use advanced haki with. They could hurt him, but somehow this
They can.
Kirimon is able to penetrate him. This is crazy, man.
Yeah, bro. I remember I was trolling for a week. I had Keemon top 5 in my name, bro, because the chapter was so ridiculous that Keemon hurt Kaido.
It just gets to a point where I'm so angry at the way the story's going, where it's like I want to stop. Sometimes I almost want to stop following Wano and wait till the next arc and then go back. But I can't do that because
You like addicted to it. It's like a drug.
it kind of is like a drug because there's ups and downs to drugs. There's negative aspects to it, but
Yeah. Like I'm sitting here reading One Piece. I'm not really like I'm not like reading it. So
From I'm really enjoying Wano, like especially the anime. The anime is doing a pretty good job, like in making Wano a very very good arc, especially the animation and everything. But
Well, the anime is the anime as well too, though. You know, it's
But like I don't know, after coming from Whole Cake and me a hardcore Sanji fan for a long time, seeing Sanji's characters getting kind of butchered like that was kind of like disheartening. And I'm kind of glad Sanji's starting to take some W's, starting to show out, starting to destroy some top tier enemies, which is
we gotta talk
which
about
is
it. We
very
gotta
epic.
talk about that. Sanji's doing a lot in what's supposed to be Zoro's arc.
Yeah, that's what I've been telling people, man. I'm gonna keep the same energy,
Just
man.
let it go. Just
Where's
let
the
it go,
energy?
bro. Just let it go. Let that simmer in. That was bait. It's supposed to be bait. Don't ruin it, bro.
I wasn't gonna say what you think I was gonna say though. I was gonna
Don't
say,
ruin the bait. Let them
I'm
let them
not
be
Zoro
mad.
ruining.
versus
It's supposed to be bait.
Dude, I wasn't
Zoro
even gonna
versus
say anything
Shogun.
about Sanji.
It's still Zoro versus Shogun. That's why I troll everyone with. I'm like, remember when you say this is Zoro arc and Zoro versus Shogun? But it's still gonna 1v1 the Shogun. I troll Zoro fanboys like that. And
I
they
mean,
say, no, no, no.
that whole
Zoro.
Zoro arc thing though, that's I feel like that's just fan.
It's because it's swords, so it
Yeah,
gotta be Zoro arc.
there were swords, and Sanji just got an arc dedicated to him, where he was like the prime. Where
Right.
primarily was focused on Sanji, and now the Zoro fanboys were like, oh no, if Sanji's gonna get an arc, then we definitely gotta get an arc. And Wano is swords and revolves around swordsmen, so automatically let's give Zoro the arc and let's eh, give the headcanon when that wasn't the reality.
This
So now
is the
Zoro's arc.
Scabbers arc, to be honest.
Yeah, the scab
Yeah.
is the
I
scab is
mean,
on.
we all really just have to calm down and wait and see what's going to happen with Zoro before speculating on whose arc it is.
Yeah, Zoro's gonna do some cool stuff, but you
But
know,
yeah, even if he does cool stuff, we can never call this Zoro's arc again because Zoro isn't the primary focus or
Well,
even our focus.
I don't think it's even halfway over yet. I think there's
You
still a
don't think
lot
it's
more
halfway over?
left in Wano. I agree.
But
I agree with what Mr. Moore just said. Where this arc, we're at the point where there's going to be a big failure for the Alliance, and they're going to have to come back and fight again. And I think it only makes sense for that to be the case, because if this is how the final battle is going to begin, then I'm sorry, that's disappointing. But them losing and then having to fight a refreshed Kaido and Big Mom crew as well as Kaido, that would be
man,
even more exhilarating to
oh
me.
man,
we
Big
didn't
Mom, bro.
compromise. Oh yeah, Big Mom. I'm a big fan of Big Mom, and I'm disgusted.
I like
Is
Big
it,
Mom too, bro. It was funny though. It was funny, but just because it was funny doesn't make it right.
should
I
have
think
been
I also talked about this in 2 weeks ago, like, of a stream. I was talking about like there's no way is like Luffy's on 1v1 like Big Mom. They're gonna have to compromise on Big Mom's character to get Luffy out of there. And guess what they did? They compromised Big Mom's character again.
Freaking Brooke ran over her face, dude. It was funny. It was hilarious, but it's not right.
Yeah,
You know them things in class, like somebody pranks somebody. It's like, oh, that was mean, but it may be funny. It's like it's funny, but it's not right.
nobody
yeah, like
complained when Axan Morgan cut freaking Garp.
Wait,
but
when that happened?
at the start of the series. But like, come on, this is like kind of like piling onto Big Mom's character. Like, damn, this is a Yonko Oida. What the hell are you doing? This ain't happening to Shanks. Shanks ain't getting run over by a damn motorcycle. Like Shanks when YB threw suck at him, he dodged it while sitting down. It's like, come on, like this is a Yonko Oida. Stop compromising Big Mom's
Shanks,
character, damn it.
Shanks is not a
Disgusting.
child. Big Mom is.
But like,
That's
but
Nobody funny though.
I understand we love the whole Yonko title and we love the Four Emperors title, but let's be honest with ourselves here.
mhm.
They're
Oda
not
doesn't love them the same way.
they're not on the same level. They've never been on the same exact level. There's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
differences between them.
Blackbeard.
And there's also intelligence levels between them. I'm fairly certain that Shanks is more intelligent than Big Mom, who to me has just been an incompetent. I don't want to say man child because she's obviously a woman, but
She's a man child though.
she's basically the female equivalent to a man child, and
She's
it
a
just
she's a TV trope psychopathic man child.
she's basically a female Luffy in her 60s, and I don't
I
have a
wouldn't call
problem
her
with that. Big Mom is a storm of nature. She's a force of nature. She's a reckless, force that goes in and wrecks things. She's a wrecking ball. That's always been how she's presented. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say people shouldn't get angry about the fact that, you know, Frankie basically ran over her face, because even I'm a bit angry about that.
I wasn't angry. I thought it was hilarious, but I get it doesn't make any sense. I get it shouldn't happen, but it is funny though.
But
it is legitimately because it's just like they don't even notice it and they just randomly just drive by. But
I will give Oda this. It's just scuff marks. I mean,
oh, definitely. Big Mom isn't hood over it. I just don't like the premise of it.
And I can easily understand why people would be bothered by that. But my perspective has always been, to me, Big Mom is the type of character who would get hit by weak attacks constantly because that's just her demeanor. Her demeanor is that of a child. And, I mean, that's pretty much been her character consistently throughout the entirety of the story. Even when we first see her, what is she more interested in than riches? Her precious candy that she didn't get to have. Right away, I could tell this isn't a woman. This is a child in the body of a full-grown woman, you know. And I mean, some people are probably going to see that as me being disrespectful, but I mean, her mentality doesn't really matter. This woman still swats Luffy like he's a freaking fly. She can still one-shot Katakuri, probably no problem.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just view Big Mom as a brawler. I view her as an obscenely strong brawler who can whoop some serious ass when it's necessary. And, you know,
I mean, I could easily see next chapter. It would be kind of funny if, because people hyping up Frankie and Brooke, me too, because I thought it was a funny moment, and you know, Frankie needed a moment. You know, maybe it shouldn't have come at Big Mom's expense, but Frankie did need something to happen. You know, but it would be real funny if like next chapter, like off screen, like Frankie and Brooke are off screen. Like next chapter, we see like the motorcycle like cut in half. Freaking like Big Mom has like has like Zeus like I don't know. It could easily be she just has them both like each in one hand, like they're like bloodied up and beat. Frankie's like in one hand, Big Mom, Brooke is in the other.
I mean, what I think would be even funnier would be if Oda kind of did like a little bit of a reference to Jurassic Park, and she has the motorcycle. He has the motorcycle in Big Mom's mouth, and she's chomping on it and breaking it into pieces and spits the pieces out. Then you just see Frankie like freaking out because
that would be hilarious. Like right after they run over her face, she just runs over there to them and destroys the motorcycle and grabs them both with each hand and just Zeus's Frankie because he's a robot and you know he'll short circuit with electricity and then he just burns the skeleton like he's like a flaming skeleton.
I mean, if that happened, they'd both be dead without some serious plot armor, which would be way too ridiculous.
You know they wouldn't be dead, bro. Didn't Kuma hit a bunch of fodder with like a giant air bubble? They was chilling.
Yeah, but I honestly,
they weren't chilling, but
I think a punch from Big Mom's going to be a lot worse than a shockwave from Kuma. Personally.
Dude, Whitebeard had like sent his attacks against Father Marines. They still were alive.
It's some kind of a beast, man.
He was probably holding back.
Yeah, but One Piece characters, even if their father never died from attacks that, you know, are really stronger. Like Luffy punched that Timburito so hard that dude should have died. Unless he had some hockey or was stronger than we thought.
I mean, that's fair. That's definitely fair. But
even the father in One Piece have like better durability than anybody in real life. So
I mean, yeah, it's pretty much it's pretty much always been true that all One Piece characters are much stronger than people in real life, even the low tiers.
Mm-hmm.
A regular Marine would probably kill a bunch of 50 50 real people effortlessly.
Easy. Yeah, easy.
But
It's crazy. But I'm just
go ahead.
I'm just hoping like Oda can find a good balance to not compromise Big Mom's character anymore and still make sense out of the situation, because when you're compromising Big Mom's character like this, it doesn't make sense, one, and it's just you're butchering a character. It's like, Oda, relax now. Like, you're doing it too much, giving her like memory loss. Come on, like, then on top this, then she's probably gonna lose her memory again from this hit, because there was a big emphasis on like her head and her being knocked out. So there's definitely gonna be something out of this. It might not happen, but this to me just seems like she might lose her memory again. Just like
Oh,
Oda
it's
gonna
gonna
find a way
happen.
to make
I don't think it's going to happen.
Oda just like, I don't know, because he doesn't compromise on any other Yonko's character, so except Kaido in the last chapter. But like, damn, like, I'm pretty sure you can still find a way to make the story good, make sense. You can still get Luffy out of the fight without completely butchering Big Mom's character like this.
To be fair with the Cow thing, we already
Mm-hmm.
have known. Oda was telling us this the whole time. Like in Kaido's first appearance, Oda was telling us that Kaido has taken a lot of L's. So
But he never said 1v1s though. He made it seem like it was more. It was like 3v1 or more, because he did say in
and
the
then
one
that's
v
what
one.
happened with the Scabbers. It was like 5v1.
Mm-hmm.
So Oda was already putting it in there. He already put the little seeds in there that yeah, Kaido's hype, he's beast, but he's also. I think at the same time I admire it, but I also think it goes too far. Like I do admire the idea of not making even your villains too OP to the point where
You can't defeat them.
yeah, but at the same time, I think he takes it too far to the point where he makes them too weak or less maybe even weak, but more incompetent.
Exactly. Incompetence is the word I think we could more so use than strength, because Big Mom's strength has not gone down. It's just she's acting in a very incompetent manner right now. I will say this though, and this will always be my prediction until Wano ends and it's disproven. My prediction remains that we're gonna get the entire Straw Hat crew versus Big Mom, just them versus her alone. I see that happening, and I see that being how she goes down. Not killed, goes down. I think that's plausible for the entire Straw Hat crew, obviously counting Luffy. And yeah, I know about the whole Sanji thing, but honestly, he could still do something. I still think it's highly plausible for them to be able to take her on as a crew, just her.
Oh yeah, because she's not that smart.
Well, I mean, because yeah, Luffy's not on that level yet, but both he and Zoro did train. Those two together, fighting her together, I don't think she's going to be able to swat them away as easily as she did. There's obviously the whole Hockey Bloom thing, which both of them would get during that encounter. And honestly, I mean, I'm still on the every Straw Hat will get hockey train, and I'll be on that train until I'm proven otherwise.
I don't even blame your argument, because Oda has compromised Big Mom's character where it's not too crazy to even think or say what you're saying. That's the crazy part. But I don't think that I don't agree with that. Big Mom will handle the Straw Hats pretty easily if that was the case. Oh, actually, now they have Jinbei. No.
Because the way I was looking at it was, Katakuri's not there. That's a pretty significant decrease to her crew's overall strength. She doesn't have him. She doesn't have Cracker. She doesn't have Oven. At least I don't think Oven is there. Daifuku, I believe, is there. So she's missing some strong contenders for her crew that aren't there. And it kind of upsets me because I would have loved to have seen Zoro versus Katakuri. Just saying, that would have been an awesome fight to see. You know, the kind of. I mean, let's be honest. I think everybody would have loved to see that happen somehow. If Luffy can beat quote unquote beat, then there's no reason why Zoro couldn't, give him a challenge as well.
That's debatable.
Well, I guess I'm referring to the fact that since he's now done whatever training he's done with Enma and doing whatever he's doing, but we don't necessarily have to get into that because it's a whole different topic. Getting back to the point I was trying to make, for me, I do believe it's highly probable that this, because you notice that the individuals Big Mom has been either chasing or, who've kind of attacked her or blindsided her, they've all been Straw Hats in this arc. And then there was the scene, obviously, at the end of the chapter, which was Brook, right? Because he ends up standing there. I don't think it's coincidence that it's pretty much been all Straw Hats. I think Oda's definitely using that to set something up. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that Big Mom goes down this arc. It could, however, mean Big Mom pirates minus her versus the Straw Hats. And so maybe you could have Smoothie versus Zoro. As his, I mean, because yeah, she hasn't been an impressive, but Smoothie's still going to be very strong and going to present a serious challenge to Zoro. I mean, I don't think that's debatable at all.
Smoothie hasn't been impressive. I mean, Smoothie hasn't been all that impressive either.
Like, she's going to get a good showing. Big Mom's going to get a good showing. They're all going to get good showings. Maybe not so much Sparrow, but then again,
he's trash.
What? Sparrow's trash.
I never saw Sparrow as strong because he's just the Candyman. Like,
Sparrow's really strong, dude.
Like the Candyman, because he makes the world go taste good. Like
he killed Pedro. His arm got blown off, and all he did was regrow an arm, and then Big Mom was able to travel across the ocean because of him.
I mean, yeah, he's not weak. He's definitely useful. But what I'm saying is
Pedro level, which is like low tier, but nothing special to be honest.
Sparrow's pretty strong, dude.
How strong are we talking about? Who is he giving a challenge to? That's capable.
Am I still
capable? Like you talking about on the Straw Hat crew?
Wait, no.
Yeah. Fuck, I'm starting. Sorry. Fuck. Let's say the Straw Hat crew. That's a good comparison. Who would he give a challenge to or beat in the Straw Hat crew?
He might kill Frankie.
Who are we talking about?
Okay. That tells me. Okay, good. You're not overhyping him. That's good. Okay.
Kill who? Who's killing
Frankie?
Who?
He's killing Frankie.
Who's killing who?
Oh, okay, good.
Sparrow's killing Frankie.
What? Wait,
definitely. He could be Frankie. Yeah.
Frankie's not dying this arc. No.
I'm not saying he's dying. I'm saying Sparrow would kill Frankie.
Easily, yeah.
I don't know. What does Sparrow do, bro? Sparrow's cool with the kids, man. He's done nothing.
I mean, to me, freaking Pedro was not that impressive.
He's done nothing like
Pedro to me was not that impressive.
Dang.
I didn't see Pedro cut a ship in half. I didn't see Pedro do something like one shot of Pacifista. I didn't really see anything that makes me believe he's even remotely close to Luffy's level.
Not everybody has to be Luffy's level, though.
Yeah, I would say he's like half of Sanji's strength.
I mean, it's possible. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying what my two eyes have seen has not given me that.
He's beating Brook easily.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, who isn't beating Brook? I mean,
this disrespect going on the stream is crazy, man.
Look. Listen,
Orochi isn't doing Brook.
I'm not saying that Brook is really weak, but in terms of New World standards, because that's the way
Brooke is
I look
Brooke,
at it in terms of.
people gotta remember Brooke. People always be like, man, Brooke is so strong, but listen, man, Brooke was only able to do that much against Big Mom because of the fruit differences.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
no, I mean because of fruit similarities or whatever.
Exactly.
Yo,
Like
what's going on?
Luffy. Yo, what's up,
Yeah, what's
Grant?
up, man?
How y'all feeling?
Chilling, bro.
Yeah, we're chilling pretty good.
Talking about these Yonko looking like
I just heard some Brook
kind of bad.
slander. That's all I heard.
I'm not trying to slander him. I'm just saying by New World standards,
Mm-hmm.
Brook is not on the level of New World Pirates.
Just a disclaimer, I 100% agree with you, but I'm a Brook fanboy, so
I love Brook, but I'm not. Look, Luffy's one of my favorite characters in the entire series, but I'm not going to go out and say that Luffy can take on an Admiral 1v1 now. No.
That's the good.
I don't think he'll win though, but he could.
Could he do damage? Sure. He's still going to get his ass beat. I'm not saying that Luffy isn't at least able to Gear 4 punch an Admiral. I'm just saying it might not do that much damage.
I think he could probably break Alkaji's nose.
It's possible. I think he's nearing. I think he's nearing the level of Marco, or he might be at the level of Marco currently. It's possible, but
Luffy?
I think it's possible he could be.
I would think he's up there. Yeah,
look,
I don't beating Marco right now.
Because even Marco was not Admiral. I mean, let's be honest. What we saw at Marineford was what it was.
Yeah, Marco definitely was Admiral level. Like you ain't getting beaten by Akane by that if you were Admiral level. You would have given Akane a time.
And yet Admiral and yet Aka Inu is taking attacks from Marco and a bunch of other commanders all at the same time. All at the same time.
That kind of also gives you like just an idea, because a lot of people like stupidly say Luffy can 1v1 Kaido and beat Kaido right now. I'm like, okay, look at Marineford. How someone comparable to Luffy's level right now, Marco, did against Akane. Like Akane like treated him like a pest. So and Akane isn't strong as Kaido. Kaido will beat Akane, and you're saying Luffy is gonna beat Kaido 1v1? That's ridiculous, bro.
And let's not forget about.
How do you think the fight will go though between Akainu and Kaido? You think it's
I think it would be a very good fight, but Kaido ultimately will win.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here and say that Kaido at least needs hybrid form. At least.
No, you know what though? Yeah, I think I'm kind of dang because actually, unless we know some other abilities of Kaido, I think the only way he's winning is through superior physical strength, because fire ain't gonna do anything to Akinu.
Well, he could punch him. He can hit him. I mean, I'm going to assume that Kaido can use Haki.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think physically he's stronger than Akinu, but his fire and then plus flying as a dragon is gonna work because Akinu could just rain down like flaming.
Right. Daifunka, I believe is the name of it.
Daifunka, I don't know.
Daifunka, is that the name of the magma rain? And I can't remember the magma fist move. I can't remember the name of that.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called.
I try to remember the Japanese names because that's just the kind of person I am.
I think you can talk yourself into saying can you can't possibly be be Kaido, like if you're talking about like Delphus, but you can say that with anybody. You can say with Fujitora, if Kaido gets in the dragon form, he can just push him down to gravity.
I don't know. I could easily see a case to where Kaido's fruit starts being a little bit more unique, because right now all we know is he can just turn into like a dragon. It probably can do some other stuff, like I don't know, maybe you could turn to like a chameleon or something. Who knows? Maybe
a chameleon.
No,
Yeah,
listen, no, because you know how
with that
fruits
being
are. Like,
with the dragon, since it's a mythical, he has added powers too.
yeah, he
Yeah,
has to
yes,
have
so,
something else
especially
besides.
unique
So we know that he
ability.
can.
Yeah.
We know he can fly. Um,
I'm expecting tornadoes. I'm expecting
I was
storms.
about to say, yeah, I was about to say, I'm sure he can affect the weather.
Yeah, because he's the type of dragon he's based upon is the Chinese dragon, and those in mythology are known to be
Yeah.
capable of controlling the weather and summoning storms. So,
Right.
I
And
mean,
he's a dragon.
it only would make sense. um, Not to say that's going to be his only power. Oda could always surprise us and say, "We can control the weather, and he can do this as well."
Right. Right. And he
But
shoots the heat blast from his mouth, so he has
I think
other powers.
yeah, the fire breath I think just comes down to him being a dragon. Like when I say being a
Right.
dragon, the fact that it's a dragon fruit, it'll still have the abilities of a basic dragon, but because it's a mythic zone, it'll have all that on top of it. But
I think the special power might be his skin though. His impenetrable skin without Ryu.
it's possible.
Yeah, that's
Probably
possible.
some dragon scale or something. That's
Yeah,
probably
like
the ability.
his scales have like extra defense. That's
Yeah,
probably
extra
just
defense or something. Yeah, because it's weird how the Marines couldn't like penetrate it. It's very quote unquote weird. A little like plot hole, but like yeah.
The jury's still kind of out on the whole Marines thing because we didn't actually see them go up against him. And
Yo, the fact that what position is Izu?
Izu, I think he was like the 10th division commander.
16th.
I was about to say,
16th?
The fact that a
he was
16 division commander could do that to a first commander of Kaido is kind of crazy.
Wait, what do you mean? Shoot his sword down? That was really anything, to be honest.
I mean, he was a commander. I don't care if he's 16th or 20th. That still matters to me. Like,
I mean, there's a huge difference between 16th and first. I would think.
Definitely.
yeah, but let's not forget, Izo was actually able to shoot. I don't know. Maybe it's anime.
He was a
only.
Marine, wasn't it? Like a father Marine.
He was taking shots at Aka Inu's attacks, and he was destroying the magma ranged attacks. Now that might have been anime only, so forgive me if I'm wrong here.
It probably was anime only.
But if that isn't anime only, him doing.
I attributed that to what I'm saying, them catching them off guard. Basically.
Yeah. I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing about that. Him doing it,
Yeah, I mean, it gets really difficult to sometimes discuss about pairings and whatnot because, as we know, power scaling is not something that Oda really gives to flying. You know what's about.
And we I think we also seen that Oda kind of like he kind of compromise some certain characters like and just give them like not like L's or anything, but just like small moments like Izu shooting his souls down, but that wouldn't happen to Karakuri because he loves protecting Karakuri's character Ozoro. I think Oda does do stuff like that.
He definitely has characters that he likes more than others.
He wants to protect the image more than others. Like it's weird, but yeah, he does it. It's like Shanks, you never like do wrong by Shanks.
I think it's just the comedic aspects of One Piece because it is a more comedic shonen than all the ones that I've seen. So I mean that probably plays a role in certain moments, like Izo doing what he did and other things happening. As far as the won't do wrong by Shanks, I tend to doubt that. I'm a little worried about Shanks, but not.
Yeah. People already call Shanks a snitch.
By do wrong, I mean by Shanks, but like like Shanks won't get hit by a motorbike and not dodge it.
Yeah,
exactly. Stuff like that.
I'm really afraid for the future of this series at this point, but that's neither here nor there.
Because YB did throw Saki at Shanks, and Shanks without even standing up, legit sitting down, he dodged it,
Yeah.
He did like a dash. I'm like, bro, damn,
I was about
bro,
to
if
say,
he
trust me, you don't
crazy.
have anything to worry about. Shanks will not be touched. Like Shanks will be good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Until
he
he
definitely
dies
won't
to
be
Blackbeard.
getting hit by motorbikes.
I'm going to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if Otis said, well, this is One Piece and it can be wacky, so I'm going to make it where Shanks actually gets stronger when he's drunk. Kind of going into like a drunken swordsman mode where he's unpredictable and you can't really follow his movements as well. I could see that happening.
That's not bad though.
That'd be awesome. He just
Right.
chugs. He starts moving. I hate to. I'm not trying to change the subject here, but if anybody knows Chu from Yu Yu Hakusho in the Dark Tournament, you can probably understand where I'm coming from.
Exactly.
I'm envisioning that for Shanks, just with a sword.
I think Shanks is a villain, and Oda won't do that yet to him. So he's just like saving his character.
I don't think Shanks is a villain.
Nah, he's
But
definitely not.
that whole like going sing the 5 elder things really like made me like question Shank's character because like come on bro, no what other pirate would be able to allow to even do that, especially on Shank's status. Like you're Yonko, you're like legit the embodiment of evil, the embodiment of like you're basically like Osama bin Laden of the One Piece verse, and all of a sudden Osama bin Laden is going into a meeting with government officials in the U.S. talking
So
about,
wait, so the question
like,
is, that's an
how the
interesting
escalate.
moral question, gaming. That's an interesting moral question
Mhm.
from a pirate's perspective. Is Shanks a bad guy because he's finna be a
Yeah.
snitch, or is he a good guy because he's finna be a snitch?
I mean, it's not really a snitch. Who's he snitching on?
He's a bad guy.
Who's he snitch? He has no affiliation with Blackbeard, so he's not
Yeah,
snitching on anybody.
exactly.
He's a
If
bad guy to
anything,
pirate.
I mean, first of all, saying that a pirate can be a bad guy, that's kind of an oxymoron, because I mean, pirates are by definition criminals.
Mhm.
But this is One Piece.
Well,
They're
yes, it
basically
is.
terrorists.
But I mean,
the One Piece terrorists.
Sanji is still considered to be like an S-class criminal, basically.
yeah, they're all by definition they're all outlaws.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Him meeting with the Gorosei, to me, nah. I just think it's
You don't think
something.
it's a little bit weird if you put it
No.
like if you compare it to real world stands, like Osama bin Laden having a meeting with Obama and talking about, hey Obama, you gotta watch
I
out
mean,
for
I don't.
this dude named
I
Pablo
wouldn't.
Escobar.
Well, first,
That's what it's all about perspective.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
First of all, I don't see where the Bin Laden Shanks comparison comes from, because I'm pretty
No,
sure.
because the boy terrorists. I mean, the One Piece verse, pirates are basically terrorists, criminals,
Yeah,
like
that's
major
what he's saying.
criminals.
Right.
That are just like they're
But-
abomination of criminal. You don't get worse than a Yonko in the One Piece verse, criminal wise.
Shanks's
It's actually a
dynamic.
dragon.
Shanks's dynamic is different though.
Yeah.
How I think of it is Shanks
You're
is sort of like the medium between the pirates and the government that is existing right now.
He's the balancer.
Exactly. So he works to keep balance in the world.
But it is perspective on some level, because to the Marines and to the other parts of the world who believe in the Marines, the revolutionaries are probably considered terrorists. Revolutionaries and terrorists. Revolutionary and terrorists are actually like the same thing, depending on what side.
Yeah, they are.
But we also know that Shanks, based on what because if Shanks is going around blowing people up and stuff like that, I think we would have heard about
Shanks
that.
has killed a few people. Yeah, Shanks has killed a few Marines before. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, yeah, but I'm pretty sure Luffy has by accident. I don't want to hear Oda's, he doesn't kill anybody. F out of here, Oda. He's killed Potter Marines when he was trying to save Robin. You can't expect me to believe that he hasn't done that. Like, even accidentally. But that said, with the whole Gorosei thing, I think that's just Oda's way of saying there's more to his character than you know. I think what he's really trying to do is he's trying to kind of paint Shanks as being like the Urahara for One Piece in a way, where we question his stance and his morals, but he's still, on the right side of things. Now, he's not going to be an eccentric, person like Urahara, because, I mean, Shanks is he's definitely not going to be the scientific type. He's probably very smart, but it's probably more like cunning and tactical as opposed to genius. But when I look at Shanks, I think it's just going to be revealed that he's got a connection to the Gorosei that the other emperors don't have. You know,
all I'm saying is Roger's ghost wouldn't like what Shanks is doing right now.
I mean, hell, he probably already knew
Roger
about it.
discussed it in what Shanks is up to.
Roger probably knew about it. I mean,
wait, you think Roger also was doing the same thing as Shanks?
No. I think Roger knew about whatever connection Shanks has with the Gorosei. Rayleigh also. They're just keeping Rayleigh's just keeping his lips closed because there's no reason to mention it. You know.
I see. That just blew my mind to me. Shanks' character is all over for me. I'm just like, okay, now he's really suspicious. Like, why did he give Luffy the straw hat, specifically Luffy, when he knew it was a D? I don't know.
I think Shanks being a villain would be so out of left field. I mean,
Shanks is the eyes in the whole time.
Oh God, I probably might consider dropping if that happened because that's just bad writing.
That'll be awful.
No, the only one who would probably actually truly, in all seriousness, be revealed as a villain would probably be Dragon if it were to happen.
Dragon, I can totally see being a villain, being out of control and killing anybody who doesn't agree with him, basically being like another Aka Inu, but his absolute justice is more no questions asked. Every celestial dragon needs to be killed, regardless of who they are. And that's what's going to make him go out of control. He's basically going to become a storm that rages through Mary Jo and slaughters everybody there without remorse. I can see that being Dragon's whole shtick, if you will. You know? Like,
that'd be dope.
Yeah, and I can see it kind of maybe setting up I don't want to say a Luffy versus Dragon thing because Luffy's not necessarily going to care about that, but it might set up a Sabo versus Dragon.
Sabo versus Dragon, yeah, exactly.
You know, and Sabo has to take over because Dragon just went ballistic.
Right.
You know,
and on the other side, I would like it if Dragon was a good guy that he's kind of portrayed to be too.
I think he probably is a good guy. He just might be the good guy who.
I'm just saying, I would like it either way.
He might be the good guy that loses.
It's easy. Oh yeah, the good guy who kind of becomes more of a villain over time because he delves his hand in darkness or whatever.
What, like Darth Vader?
Darth Vader wasn't.
Anakin?
Darth Vader's like a tragic villain, I guess. But
maybe
I guess kind of like Darth Vader, I guess. But instead, unlike Darth Vader, he still keeps his sense of justice. He just becomes a villain while doing it.
I guess the way I'd look at Dragon is sort of more along the lines of Magneto than something like Darth Vader.
Yeah, because Darth Vader pretty much abandoned his sense of goodness.
Because number one, I don't consider Magneto to be a villain. I know that's shocking.
No, I don't either. He's like my favorite character.
Same here. He's my favorite. He's definitely my favorite X-Men character.
Sure.
Welcome. That's kind of how I view Dragon. Just more kind of like a Magneto who's
Magneto would kill any human who isn't a mutant, though.
Right. That's kind of why I compared him to Magneto.
Like even if they're like not even like a villain or something, they just he's kind of racist.
Yeah. Dragon to me is going to be that way towards the celestial dragons.
I get why Magneto's like that, but I think he's still by definition is a villain because he would kill like any innocent person.
He's it's difficult for me to agree with that because
I'm not saying he's irredeemably evil or anything. I'm saying by definition, I think he could still be considered a villain because he's because if you're not a mutant, he doesn't I get why his mindset is like that, but I think that's still kind of makes. This ain't about Magneto, but the
only point I was trying to make by saying that was I can see Dragon basically just being racist against. Well, I guess you can't be racist against the 10-year-old Beetle because they're not a race. They're just elite humans.
Discrimination against a certain group.
Yeah, discriminative against the elite and so hateful towards the I don't want, so hateful towards those in charge that he doesn't care if there's maybe some kind of other side to things. And to me, as much as I'm sure Shanks isn't willing to, go be all buddy buddy with the Gorosei, maybe the Gorosei are somewhat of a necessary evil, and Shanks is kind of playing both sides in that way. That's how I saw it. He's playing both sides.
Shanks can kind of be like what Iroh kind of turned out to be.
Kind of. I mean, minus his Zuko, because unless Shanks has a nephew that we don't know about.
Honor.
Could you imagine? That'd be pretty awesome. Like plot twist: Rockstar is actually like Shanks' nephew or something.
Oh no!
Hey man, Rockstar big kid, so we can't disrespect him anymore.
He said he beat
He ain't no joke.
Don't disrespect. Wait, don't disrespect him.
Rockstar beat him.
Oh no! I'm expecting Rockstar to be really strong. I mean,
Bless him. I'm actually looking forward to seeing him again. Time skip
oh,
reveal.
I am too. That meeting's going to be so great. When the Straw Hats meet Shanks, which has to happen.
Yeah, when the Straw Hats meet the Red Hair Pirates. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's going to be.
There's a reason why Rockstar wasn't showing a Marineford.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're gonna see that reason soon.
He might be the only member of the crew that has a devil fruit. I could easily see that being the case.
Okay.
Yeah, most likely, yeah, because he was like a super late addition to the core.
Yeah, exactly.
But I've obviously deviated this whole conversation from what it was originally about.
Cool,
I don't even know what was it originally about. Sorry, I didn't.
We were talking about Dragon or something, right?
It's originally about the chapter.
Oh yeah. I mean, we went over a lot of the chapter, kind of.
The chapter. What y'all think about? I liked it.
I liked it too.
I said I gave it a I think I gave it a 7. Big Mom Oda's gonna continuously make Big Mom the like butt of all jokes. But I did like the cool entrance that Frankie and Brooke made.
Yeah, like I said, it was humorous. I thought it was funny. It was disrespecting Big Mom, and I don't think she should be disrespected anymore. But I do think it was funny and a good moment for them, for Frankie to have a moment.
Now I think I think Oda's just gonna keep leaning into it because he's been disrespecting not only Big Mom but her crew as well. Everybody but Katakuri gets disrespected in the Big Mom crew, and I don't know why. But that's what it seems like Oda is deliberately doing.
That is very sad but true.
I don't know why he does it, but I don't know. I guess he wants to create some type of levity because they are supposed to be overwhelmingly powerful. I guess he wants to knock them down a peg so it can seem like they can be beaten, but I don't know.
Like the Katakuri eating the donuts
do
a little bit.
Right. I don't know, but I did like the little banter. I also did like the little banter that King and Queen had. I like watching those two characters. Well, all three of them, King, Queen, and Jack, interact with each other. Because usually Jack is like the punching bag, but the Queen catches straight shots too. And of course, Sanji was dope. That was really dope.
Yeah, he really was. Bless up.
It's always good to see Sanji get some good shine.
And it was crazy though that some I don't know non-Sanji fans try to take this away from him. Come on, like he just rescued Momo from
Yeah,
death from top
I
two
heard
commanders.
I heard that in
What?
my when like somebody was in my chat saying that people were trying to give Sanji an L or something like that. I don't know
Yeah,
why. Like,
yeah. It's like, bro, you just rescued him from a first division commander and a second division commander, and you rescued him without taking any damage. Like without him, Momo taking any damage. He just saved Momo from being killed because Momo was about to be killed right there by
right.
King. And it's like, bro, you want to take this away from him? This is crazy, bro.
Yeah, so I don't understand that, but all in
I
all,
guess
I
I
like
guess
it.
they're
So
saying like Zoro after saving somebody wouldn't get like hurt right afterwards.
He did. With the nails. He was trying to save that little girl, and he ultimately got hit with the nails thanks to him trying to like rescue her. So it happens to everybody.
Yeah.
And plus, even if next, because people like, oh, y'all hyping up Sanji, but next chapter he's gonna be beaten. Listen, I don't care. Even if next chapter Sanji gets bodied, this is a first commander, and Sanji still did his job to me. But
And I think Oda's been saving his race suit abilities and everything for like this moment. Because
I'm
if
telling
you were
you,
able to like,
I keep liking the raid suit more and more, man. Because I remember
it seems like it's
game
something
you
you
didn't
trust.
like it at first. You didn't like it.
Yeah,
I
I
had
didn't
to
like it
pull
at
you
first.
over. I had to bring you over to
Yeah,
the to the side. But I keep
I hate
liking
it
the
because
raid suit more and more.
it just like it was just like damn Sanji. I rather Sanji do it like it hit because from what I seen, the race suit was a major amplifier, and I was just like maybe then I just try to I kind of convince myself not to see it as an amplifier, more just of a speed boost and a durability boost, and besides that, everything else is Sanji's strength. And now I'm not hating it too much as I was. I'm not against it as I was at first, but yeah, it grew on me too. So still black beast, undefeated beast. So yeah.
No, stuff black is fire.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think the Zoro and Sanji thing. Since that's a thing, anytime something happens to one of the characters, we're gonna,
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying, we're gonna give the character an L or a W. So
And I've been on the other end of the stick. Zoro has taken some L's, and I've been the first one to hop on and give him a major
the
L too. So
first,
I can't
you've
admit to
been the
adding
first one.
insult to injury. But I don't know. But sometimes when Zoro doesn't take an L and he actually takes a W, I do apologize for my mistake. Like in the anime, he actually didn't take an L, and he took Killer out pretty easily, and I did admit I was wrong about that. And Zoro did deserve that W, and yeah. But it's just all about like not taking it too fine, not being too much of a fanboy, and just like
you seen
giving
you seen
not
the
too much.
scene in the anime when Sanji had saved Nami and Shinobu and Robin from
Yeah, I guess as Drake. Yeah.
the two supernovas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stealth Black is a complete beast, and we're gonna see it next chapter.
No, stuff black is nasty.
I do get where Cat be coming from though when he says, but I feel like that argument can be used also for Luffy too, where he says he would
With
like to
Gear
see
Fourth.
them, huh?
With Gear Fourth.
Yeah, where
But
Okay.
you would like to see them kind of be strong, just without having to, cause like this is kind of how I felt too. At least with like
Hmm.
Jamla, like I was like, why does Sanji always use Jamla? Why can't he just, why doesn't he use his base kicks? But
I mean, that's part of his natural ability, though. And as for the Gear 4 thing, that requires hockey, so it's still being powered by Luffy. What I mean by that is he's not just inflating himself going into it, and that's it. It's dependent on his hockey strength. So when his hockey gets better, Gear 4 gets better by association. With
Right.
the raid suit, it's not and it's not being powered by his own strength. It's just I throw on the suit and now I can just kick ass. As opposed to maybe if it was something along the lines of it requiring him to get stronger to also increase the effects of the suit, then I'd be all for it. But to me, it just feels like a cheat code. Like, you know, Enma wasn't just given to Zoro and he could just do all this crazy stuff. He had to train with it. He had to become acclimated to it. It had to accept him. His hockey had to go into it. With Sanji, it's more like I open up the can, I throw the suit on, and now I can do things. And that's kind of what bothers me about it. It's not the suit itself. It's Sanji doesn't have to improve to make the suit good. The suit just does everything for him, basically.
But if you look at it from the standpoint, it's just a speed boost and a durability boost. It's kind of like, but everything else is Sanji though, and that's how I just look at it from now on.
Okay.
I'm just like, it's still Sanji's strength. Sanji's still adding power to those kicks. It's not amplifying.
Okay.
Speed and power, but like, yeah, it's still Sanji. If you give Usopp the suit, he's still Pharaoh. So
That's
like,
what I was about to say. Like,
Alright.
the amplifier.
I look at
So
the
the stronger Sanji gets, the better
Okay.
the suit is.
him with
That's
the
fair.
suit.
Yeah. That makes sense. I'm worried that Oda's just going to conveniently forget about the Hockey Bloom thing he set up and just say, oh, well, Sanji has the raid suit. I'm not going to give him the Hockey Bloom.
That's
And
what I'm worried about too.
Oh no, he'll still get it. He'll still get the hockey ball.
You know, I've never, I know what comes across as me just hating the suit because I hate the suit. But as a Power Rangers
I'm the
fan,
same way too.
no, I don't hate the suit. To me, it seemed as though.
But bro, we talked about that though, bro. It's a
Yeah.
suit, you know. It's not. The Power Rangers is like an armor. It's like it's when you look up a suit, the raid suit does look like a suit. You know, it's not supposed to be like some robot type armor.
As
It's a
long as
suit.
it's not Iron Man level, where you're just like completely different character, it's just like
If it was an Iron Man suit with a helmet,
Yeah.
that'd be freaking
Yeah.
sick.
And I thought there's a
I'll be
suit
mad.
though.
yeah, it's more of a suit. Yeah, it's not really like
Has anyone here seen Katekyo Hitman Reborn?
The name
Oh,
says
no.
suit in it. It can't be.
it
It's
can't
just
be
not.
armor.
Yeah, I'm kind of eating my own words. No, it's like you're trying to attack me with my own past sayings. I'm sure that's not your intention.
Me?
Oh,
No. It almost kind of seems like Z's trying to take shots at me.
No, I'm just saying we talked about this, bro. I'm just saying we talked about this, bro. It's a suit, bro. That's all I'm saying. I get you like the Power Ranger armor is dope, but and the robot armor is dope, and that stuff is really cool. You know, the mecha genre, the Sentai genre, whatever. But it is the name says suit, so if it was some type of robot stuff, it kind of wouldn't be a suit.
You're right.
Yeah,
I would just like to see a little bit of that added to it. Like,
I get what you come from though, because like you said, it is technology, so
right.
you want to look more
Yeah, I
technical.
was about to say, for
And if
all
Frank-
intents and purposes, it is a Power Ranger suit.
Yeah, it is for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like if Frank is going to work on it, he's going to metal it up a little bit.
Yeah,
because
he should have like the straw hat symbol on him somewhere.
When I said metal, I didn't mean make the whole suit metal like it's a knight suit of armor. I meant maybe put some metallic elbow pads on there, maybe add small little, traces of metal in the gloves.
Oh,
Little
so you
added
do want him to
protection.
become Iron Man.
No. Iron Man, I already specifically said I don't want him to be in a full armor suit. But there's no reason why you can't. There's no okay. There's no reason why you can't. There's no reason why you can't lace it with metal to a degree. Look at like Batman suits.
I think that's
They're
unnecessary because it was already stated that his suit is way harder than any metal out there. That's why his durability is so high.
No, it doesn't make sense because it's freaking spandex. But okay.
It's that German technology, man. That German family, crazy.
Well, I guess they're just really good with their rubber.
Hey, man,
Whoa.
Yeah, I went there. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like I'm one of those people where I'm kind of anal when it comes to the looks of things. you know, and I'm kind of scratching my head thinking, so he just put on pajamas and they do all this stuff for him. You know, that's kind of where. Now, if it was magical clothing, that I could accept. All right, it's got some sort of magic in it that makes it do what it does, but it's tech. All right. I mean,
the shoes are like technical, right? Like the shoes.
Oh yeah,
the shoes are tech.
I
don't know. Whatever makes the Power Ranger suit so adorable.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna all a picture. I'm gonna send you all a picture of what I'm talking about when I bring up Hitman Reborn, so that you can kind of get an idea after this stream is over as to what I'm talking about. Because the main character in that series, he has a getup that's similar to the raid suit, but he also has like metal gloves too.
Suna is one of the coolest character designs out there, bro.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I mean.
I've never watched Hitman Reborn, but his design is dope.
Yeah, and if you notice his outfit, it's mostly some kind of a. It's not even armor. I mean, he's got a cape, but it does have trace amounts of metal. That's all I'm saying. You know what? It's gonna sound a little bit corny. Think of the Black Panther suit. That had metal in it, but it was mostly cloth based.
Right, I know what you mean.
You know.
I think that's what his suit is made of.
It probably is. But if Frankie's going to be upgrading that thing, you know he's gonna add a little bit of metal to it because that's his thing. You know.
Yeah, he looks dope, man.
I mean, I think it would actually make a lot of sense if he could kind of make it where Hell's Memories can kind of boost it somehow. Like maybe that could be the upgrade, where it's kind of designed in such a way to where if he's going into Hell's Memories, it could maybe like activate a new mode for it. You know, something like that.
That's dope.
Make it work in tandem with his powers.
With his power, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was just the fight. I think the fight was just unnecessary when he fought when he fought page one. I think he was just too overwhelming, so it wasn't required. But in this fight with King, he definitely gonna display some of the things you're saying, like his hockey over the he's gonna use more of his hockey, Diablo Jumble, and anything else.
I mean, at this point, he has to because he's up against the first commander, and
definitely.
I think we all know he's not going to win. But
that's debatable.
Well, when I say he's not going to win, for Sergi to be able to beat King now would be. Would I be opposed to it? No, but at the same time, I'd be like, okay, that kind of seems like BS.
I don't know, man. It's still a different entity.
I am a Sanji fan, but I'm not somebody who's a fan to the point of. I mean, look, that would be like me saying I'd be all for Sanji beating King would be like me saying I'd be all for Luffy beating Kaido 1-on-1. And
but like the strength difference between
I don't know, that might happen.
The strength difference between Zoro and Zoro / Sanji and King is kind of smaller than it is between Luffy and Kaido. That gap. That is fair.
That is fair.
So it is more of a possibility and less of an aspect. So especially after all the time, especially after all this training, it's like it could be believable after they train for like a good week.
It could be believable. I'll grant you. I'll agree with that. I will agree with that.
That's stuff black right there.
I guess I shouldn't. I should have reworded what I said as not me wanting to sound as though it's impossible, but that I have a hard time believing it.
Right. No, I also do agree. It's most unlikely. But if you know what? Being honest, Sanji won't beat him, but Sanji will prove he's like not on his like exact level. He's not on first division command level, but he is capable of like holding his own, and you can put him on the same tier. tier is like a really large spectrum. So yeah, you can be lower tier and high tier.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, but at the same time, I'd be lying if I said that Sanji beating King wouldn't at least make me, shout and put my arms up to the freaking skies. If it has.
Same. That would make me very happy. That would make my week. Man, like, bro. Man,
who knows? Maybe his encounter with King could actually push him to the level to where he can fight Queen 1-on-1. Maybe that's the plan.
Definitely, he can definitely.
I mean, to be honest though, I don't think he should be able to beat King now, but we also thought Luffy shouldn't be able to defeat Cat. So
I'm still on he didn't beat Katakuri.
I mean, he didn't. He had a lot of things that helped him do it, but he still. Was able to,
if Katakuri didn't stab himself, Luffy wasn't.
Like I say, he still had a lot of things to help him do it, but he still, by definition, beat him.
I mean, like I said before, if you look at the thrust Katakuri gave Luffy because of interference, that was more damaging.
Yeah,
that was more damaging than what Katakuri did to himself. Like that was like Luffy's whole adamant was legit completely taken off. Well, Katakuri was just simply a stab.
I mean, unless King's gonna stab himself while going up against Sanji, no, I don't see him winning.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I think Sanji could win. It does something like how he did with Katakuri versus Sanji, where it's like
so King
like a situation where
King's a masochist and he likes to cut himself up.
I'm not saying he's gonna cut himself. I'm saying it could be a situation where it's kind of like Sanji wins. It could be a situation where Sanji wins, but it is kind of like other factors as well. Because it could be somewhere Sanji needs, like Sanji's like, I need to beat this guy to save my crew, like how Luffy was.
That's not gonna happen.
I also think a part of that, like, not believe a part of something that's making it not seem believable is like Oda's whole fight structure, where he normally makes Zoro fight the second dude, and now I think he's changing that around, and people are not used to it. So like people are so used to Zoro always fighting the second strongest. Like kind of like, no, Sanji can't get this as a final fight. It's always Zoro, so this won't happen. But Oda might.
I don't think Zoro's doing anything against King either, though. But
yeah, definitely. I don't think. Yeah,
I mean,
actually, I'm not gonna be too much of a Sanji fanboy. I'll relax.
I don't think Zoro's beating King, bro.
Hell, honestly, maybe he's trying to set freaking Zoro up versus Big Mom. Why not?
You're kidding, right?
I mean, when I say versus, I just mean he's getting some hits off on her and then he's going down.
Definitely, yeah. What happened to Jojo?
He's doing more damage to Big Mom than that freaking motorcycle did. That's all I'm saying.
Oh definitely.
Shout out to Big Mom, man.
But what I was gonna
next to none. So,
but there was one other thing I wanted to say about King, and I haven't said this. I had a conversation with somebody else before where I was saying, imagine if King's kind of character gimmick, if you will, is that whenever he gets hit, he kind of says something like, "Is that the best you've got? You can hit me harder. Come on, hit me." And maybe he kind of is a masochist, where if you hit him, the pain is kind of pleasureful for him.
Wait, didn't Queen call him a masochist?
Yeah, she called him like a perv or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Hey man.
Oh my god. She called him a perv and Sanji is a perv. It all makes sense now.
Yo, and King has the flaming kicks in the anime.
It all makes sense as to why they're fighting now.
Hey man, as a Sanji fan, we knew Sanji was gonna get this fight.
We eating this Sanji's arc, man. This Sanji's
and Zoro and Kaido were both alcohol lovers.
Hey man, I think Oda was just setting stuff black to like.
And also why this is Zoro. My bad. Whoa. Why this is Sanji's arc? Because Scabbard has the word. Because Scabbard has S in it.
Oh my god!
Like there is the argument to be made that this is Sanji's arc over Zoro's arc. There's an argument to be made.
No, it's not.
I think it's gonna be Zoro. I think it's gonna be Zoro and Luffy together beating Kaido. And I don't mean a full strength Kaido, by the way. So calm down, everybody in the comments. I'm not saying that they're gonna walk up to him and beat him together. I'm just saying, after he's taken a decent amount enough of damage to where the two of them can take him down high diff, then I can see it happening. You know?
I can see Zoro in that. I can see Zoro in that fight. Zoro, Luffy,
I mean, he has to be
Kid,
in that fight. He has
Kid
to be in
Killer.
that. I mean, Killer,
Law.
Kid,
I can see all of them
absolutely,
trying to fight
Kid,
Kaido.
absolutely. But Law to me just doesn't have any dog in that. He doesn't have any. I mean, like, I feel like it's got to be personal, and I know it doesn't always have to be personal, but it always feels like fights happen for personal reasons to some degree, or. You know, in the case of Sanji, it's he gets involved in a fight because he's protecting somebody. You know, he jumps in to save somebody, and that gets him involved. You know, like obviously this chapter with him and King. But with Kid definitely has beef with Kaido. Law, I'm not gonna say
what
that.
is Law up to, man? For real. But
I mean, honestly, who even knows? Like at this point. He could come out and say, "Surprise! I've been a Marine this whole time, and you never knew it," and I would not be surprised.
No way.
I would
No,
not.
Law's definitely gonna help Luffy try and take out
Law's
Kaido.
gonna do something crazy, man. Is because Law's not really focused on, so he's gonna come out of nowhere and it's gonna be like some like plot twist, dun dun, breakneck speed, you know.
Nope, kind of crazy. With Marco, who didn't know what side Law was on, and he just attacks him, and then they fight, and it's basically Marco versus Law.
Law should lose though.
I don't know. His fruit's ridiculous though.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
Oh yeah, I mean,
but he's
yeah.
not first division level.
I mean, you don't know Law's fruit. Like I've had this argument before, that Law could potentially beat Goku because they let characters like attack them that they see as weaker than them. Like Law could actually cut Goku.
well, Goku's an idiot too, so. I
Like
mean,
you'd be
Goku,
like he would let Law attack him first.
Goku is
Goku would definitely let him.
arguably is Goku might just say, yeah, take shots at me, bro. I'm just gonna stand here. I mean,
Yeah, that's really what would happen. Because he's like, oh, this dude's all power level is so much. Because in their verse, it's like, oh, their power level is so weak they can't beat them. They don't know. They don't have characters who like are weaker than other characters, but just have like overpowered abilities.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, Goku can beat Law with half his body. So.
But let's not forget the fact that Krillin did manage to hit Super Saiyan Goku with a rock and hurt him.
Hey, Krillin's a goat though.
Oh, and Bullet still hurt. And Bullet
can beat
still hurt.
Law with half his body too.
Not only that, but we also saw Goku get hurt by bullets, and he got hurt by a generic laser gun.
Hey man.
So I wouldn't count
Laser
Law
top
out.
5 like Judge.
I wouldn't call it. I wouldn't count Law out necessarily.
Oh, wow.
Law is an underrated beast at this point.
Who?
Law is very underrated at this point.
I've always seen Law, if you'll pardon the Yu Yu Hakusho reference, I've always seen Law as the One Piece equivalent to Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho. I've always seen him as that tactician type character where he is strong, but the way he wins his fights is through using his Devil Fruit power in intelligent ways to get a win out. That's the way I see Law, as the tactician. And Kid, I guess he and Luffy would basically just be the bruisers. Well, no, I guess I can't say that about Kid, because his method of fighting is to summon metal and create things to attack with. So I guess it's not exactly like Luffy.
Definitely, yeah.
But do you kind of agree on that comparison where Law's kind of like Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho, where he's a tactician?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and they kind of have the same persona too. So like that could be another aspect. Not the same, but very slightly similar or
Yeah.
similar. Depends how you see it.
I guess you could also kind of claim that Law is kind of like the Kurapika of One Piece in some respects.
Law's a beast.
Yeah, he is.
I
He's
mean,
very underrated.
I think Kurama's smarter, but that's true. They
Oh,
have.
he's definitely smarter. I mean, dude, he's 700 freaking years old. So, but
I
what
see
I'm
what you mean. They're like the tactician that are smart
yeah.
characters.
Right. Yeah.
Law beat Virgo by
Sanji.
outsmarting him. I mean, that's pretty much the reason why he won. Yes, he's got hockey and he's got all that stuff, but if it wasn't for what's in his head, he wouldn't have beaten Virgo, and I'm pretty sure Luffy wouldn't have been able to finish off Doflamingo.
Who's a smart tactician, Sanji or Law?
I'll say Sanji.
I'm gonna
But,
have to say Law because I haven't
I'll say
seen
Law.
Sanji do anything on that level.
You don't remember Mr. Prince pre-time skip?
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Prince
Prince
was
is nasty.
Mr. Prince
But-
was good, but I mean, considering the things that Law's done,
I
like
was say
Like
Law.
what?
Law just created this plan for the scabbards on
Yeah.
the fly. Like,
and let's not forget Punk Hazard. Let's not forget everything he did at Punk Hazard. You know, look, I'm not saying that Sanji is dumb, of course, but
yeah, he's a brilliant dude. Don't forget who his father is.
but Law
Yeah,
to
dude.
me is just. I'm not going to say he's significantly smarter. I'm just going to say
He's not significantly smart. I mean, I'm gonna look up some feats because I remember some tactician feats Sanji had. I just don't remember specifically what they were.
I unfortunately don't remember any of them because it's been so long since I've seen Alabasta. It's been so long since I've seen Alabasta. Sanji to me is more calculating and cold-headed. Law to me is more like military strategist.
I'll say that's fair.
Yeah.
So, you know, Sanji's able to basically say, okay, what I have to do, I need to be cool. I'm great at being stealthy. I can sneak into things. Sanji to me is basically like a spy in that regard. He's a spy, but he's also an accomplished martial artist. You could kind of say he's like, I don't want to compare him to any of the Avengers, but you could kind of compare him to the likes of maybe Black Widow and Hawkeye in that regard. And then Law is more like he's more like a Loki.
Okay, so I found some of Sanji's. He's a skilled tactician. He's not like super brilliant, but it's okay. So in Skypiea, like he and Usopp snuck aboard the Manhattan in order to save Nami. Sanji took a detour and destroyed he knew how to destroy the ship's main engine, while the back engines prevent the flying vessel from being crippled. Sanji's action distracted Inaru and brought Usopp time to get Nami off the ark. Water 7, he went on his own and waited patiently at the train station, however discovered that only one train was due to depart. And he also deduced that if Robin were to leave the island, the train would be the only means of doing so. With his instincts, he left Nami a Dendemushi and left his attentions or whatever. But yeah.
I will say this. I'd at least say that Sanji is probably going to anger a lot of people, but to be honest, I'm going to say how I feel. I'd at least put him on the same level as Robin, intelligence-wise. That's not to say that he's going to be reading poneglyphs, but
imagine Sanji reading poneglyphs. That'd be wild, dude.
But what I am trying to say is, I mean, he is an intellectual character. He's, you know what? A better comparison would actually be comparing him to Piccolo. To be honest.
No, that's an insult.
Yeah, no, because Piccolo is really smart.
I'm not talking about power wise. I'm talking about intellect wise.
But if you consider who his father is, though, like the second smartest dude in the One Piece verse, like come on,
Yeah,
like that.
he has some tactician feats post time skip too. Like in Dressrosa, he's able to figure out Law's true objective and establishing the Power Alliance. Yeah, and then in Zoe, he also he captured Bedge, and he was able to sense Nekamushi's outside and save his friends and all that. But
Yeah.
yeah, he did outsmart Capone. Yeah, and Zoe.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Are we saying wait? Are we saying like Law's a better tactician, or is he smarter, or I don't know.
Well, I was just saying Sanji has smarter Capone and Zoe.
I think Law is a better technician, but I think Sanji's overall smarter.
The problem with Capone is though, Capone needs his whole crew to do all that stuff. Law was outthinking people on his own. Like he didn't have his crew or a castle body to hide things inside of. Like Capone is greatly assisted by his devil fruit ability in his tactics. Where Law, it's more like, okay, I really need to think this through, and I got to use my ability in a more offensive kind of way to kind of do this. That's why I compared him to Kurama, because he's more of a fighter than Capone is. Not to say that Capone can't fight. I just mean that Capone's not the type to bust out two pistols or a Tommy gun and just start going. Brrr. He's not just gonna run out and fight you. Law's more the type to draw his sword and say, "Okay, room," and then
Yeah, but y'all want to talk about the Sulongs a little bit and how Beppo ain't getting a moment to shine, bro.
He will. Don't worry. He will.
Who's Beppo?
He will.
Beppo,
he'll get his moment.
Oh shit! I'm getting confused with that dude in Big Mom Street.
Don't you all worry. He will get his moment. Trust me.
I don't think he's gonna get his moment. He's not an important character who should get his moment.
Oh, he will.
Beppo is on Law's crew, man.
He'll get his moment. He'll get his moment, or Hao Shoku Haki knocking Oda unconscious.
Beppo's gonna save the Minx with a surprise. Like he's gonna distract.
Obviously, I'm kidding. By the way, I'm not actually going to do that, even if I had it.
It's okay.
Oda, if you're listening, I'm not being serious. So,
Oda, if you're listening, hey man, you know what you gotta do next chapter, man.
I mean, in real life, he could probably beat me up with just a paperback book. To be honest with you.
Were you weak?
I mean, I'm not.
Oda's like 60 now, so you should be able to handle him. You should be able to fight him.
The man exercises, and I don't. So.
You're right. My bad. Oda is a beast, lucky.
I mean, for all I know, Oda actually has hockey, and that's where he got the inspiration from.
I mean, Oda has to know how to fight, right? I mean, he draws fights, so
he's actually got the gum no me in real life.
Hey man, what a beast!
Just stretch punches you. Damn.
But yeah, man, Oda, give Beppo his moment, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, you guys Beppo fans?
Nah, bro. I'm just saying, bro. I feel bad for Beppo.
I love Beppo.
I just feel bad for Beppo, bro. He deserves better, man.
I love Beppo. He's freaking adorable.
After getting captured
Chopper
by
too, bro. We need a Beppo and Chopper team up, man. Come on, man.
Dude, we need that.
After getting captured by Hawkins along with his crew that easily, he lost all my respect. He didn't have much respect.
Hawkins.
I know, but come on, you can't give Hawkins a good fight. Hawkins looked unscathed.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, to me, Hawkins is arguably in some ways smarter than Law, slightly, or comparable at least. Comparable.
But say if Beppo was Frankie level, right? He probably would have at least gave him a little bit of a tough time. But seems like
I don't think Frankie's doing squat to Hawkins personally without his toys. But
you're right.
Like,
I mean, honestly, Chopper and Beppo should end up being stronger than
Frankie.
what's no, not Frankie. What's the damn tripping? What's the Minks? They should end up being stronger than the Minks that are fighting right now because they're
eventually, yeah.
because Chomper, people forget, like it's fun to make fun of Chomper, but Chomper is gonna be on the Power Kings crew, you know.
Oh yeah, they're all gonna be strong. They're all gonna be fairly strong.
Beppo is one of the most prominent members of Law's crew, so if he's never strong, that would kind of be
he's
like
his first mate, isn't he? Isn't he second in command?
Yeah.
So I'll say this: Beppo should at least be on par with Sanji now. At least,
Bro.
Oh, bro,
Yo.
I'm
Bro,
saying at least because I don't know for sure yet.
No. First of all, if Sanji was versing Hawkins, I promise you, Hawkins, it was Sanji along with his old crew wouldn't have lost to Hawkins.
Oh no, I think he
Without
was to
Beppo.
Hawkins because Hawkins has that freaking devil fruit. Hawkins' ability is terrifying. I mean,
Come on, bro. Yeah, he got beaten by Law.
Look,
yeah, really terrifying.
Okay, let's be honest here. If as somebody had pointed out at one point, if Kizaru didn't have his Logia fruit, I'm not going to say he would have gotten his ass kicked by them necessarily, but he probably would have struggled a bit more than he actually did because of his personality being, oh, what's going on here? Like,
but how can you say he's but we've seen Sanji against Hawkins and X Drake, and he managed to get his crew out of the way and save his crew out. The polar bear got his ass beat without even, like, from the looks of it, without even scratching Hawkins.
But Drake's not even trying to fight Sanji. I mean,
Hawkins was.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think we all know that Hawkins is just waiting for the opportunity to bail on Kaido when there's enough of a percentage in their favor to beat him. I think we all know that's going to happen eventually. Like, Hawkins is not really devoted to Kaido, and he never was. I mean, he's probably just been biding his time all as long as he's been with him, thinking to himself, is there going to come an opportunity where I can actually turn on him?
One question, right?
Oh, go ahead.
Do you think Beppo is also as strong as Zoro?
I don't know. I need to see something from him first.
I do want Beppo to do something.
But you just said he's at least strong as Sanji. How can you not say the same thing for Zoro?
Because I don't necessarily think that Sanji and Zoro are... Look, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sanji...
Still Black Sanji is not on par with Zoro?
I don't know. All right.
His bounty is higher than Zoro's, by the way.
In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. Because... I mean, Zoro just got a major offensive increase, and that's not to discredit.
Enma?
That's not to discredit Enma. That's not to discredit the raid suit or say that it's weak, but I mean, Zoro just got a sword that greatly increases his offensive power. Now,
but what do you think the raid suit does, though? Speed
the raid suit just makes him faster and allows him to go invisible and gives him more durability.
Speed is power, though. He's life speed. Like, he's legit. It was stated in the anime, his life speed with the raid suit.
Wait, what? Okay, that's... I don't know, that...
And speed is power. We do know that, right? The faster you attack something, the more powerful
that was in the
attack
anime. They said that. That was in the anime.
I mean, would I be surprised if he eventually gets to that point? No, because I mean, let's not forget that old man Rayleigh was able to keep up with Kizaru, and even if Kizaru is not like speed, he's still really freaking fast. So I would expect. I mean, yes, I know there's no evidence to suggest that Sanji will actually fight Kizaru, but it could happen. Could. I'm going to assume that, if that does end up happening, then Sanji's going to be really fast too. But the way I look at Sanji is this: he because of the fact that he obviously specializes in observation, that means that he's going to be more of an agile fighter. Whereas if you look at whenever Zoro fights, he's blocking with his swords. He's trading blows, blocking swords by swinging his own swords at them. He's not to say that he can't dodge, but he's not much of a dodging fighter. He's more, fast sword swings to kind of trade blows with my opponent and block to avoid damage. Sanji's more flipping out of the way, cartwheeling out of the way, dodging out of the way, moving his head out of the way. He's more. No, I'm not. I'm just breaking down how I view their fighting styles. Sanji's more of an evasive fighter.
But that's basically what Law is. That's also what Law is.
Right, kind of similar to how Katakuri was, just minus the ability to turn his body into something to avoid attacks. So what I'm trying to say here is, and it also kind of ties into Sanji being more of a tactician, because why get hit by an attack if you can just avoid it altogether, right? Don't block it, just dodge out of the way of it. Obviously he's known to be a more calm and level-headed individual, which is also why he's an observation specialist, I assume. So when I look at Sanji, I view it as, because he doesn't really need to take attacks, or because he's not the kind of fighter who is using his own strength to constantly block attacks. He's
But just take a look at it this way. I think Sanji's suit is stronger than any metal. Like, it can't be penetrated by bullets or anything. So, like, you gotta take that in consideration too. So that's like an extra buff to his durability, majorly.
I'm looking back at the chapter. Big Mom did actually do something. The way she's talking, because like I said, I didn't really look at the chapter like that. But the way she was talking, I thought she didn't do anything. She sent an attack. Ain't nobody talking about that.
Yeah, I think she is
a strong ass attack too.
People expecting her to not do anything is kind of but because it's still Big Mom. Like, yeah, she becomes a laughing stock, but this is still a woman who swatted Luffy like a freaking fly, even when she had amnesia. So
yeah, I didn't know this had happened, because
I still say she's at least taking on an admiral and doing a good amount of damage to an admiral at the very least.
I'm not saying she's not gonna do anything. I'm saying that the actual chapter she did something that's not like talked about at all.
Okay, yeah, right. That's definitely not a good thing if people aren't talking about it.
But did you read the chapter?
Who, me?
Yeah,
I read the spoiler.
Yeah, that's what I kind of seen pictures. Like, I seen the Sanji thing, I seen the Frankie thing. I knew that she had ran towards Luffy, and then I thought Frankie and Brook had came out of nowhere, but I wasn't really up on all the details. And I'm seeing is, I'm like, why ain't nobody talk about the fact Big Mom sent the attack? I guess it's just funnier to talk about the fact that only Brook.
Yeah.
Maybe because I don't think it's that noteworthy, because it's to be expected from her.
Like, because I think you missed.
But let me just end off the kind of tirade I was on by saying this. End of series, Sanji and Zoro, if they were to fight, Zoro's getting messed up. He is winning, but he's taking a lot of damage, and he's getting injured during that fight. So it's going to be somewhat close.
But right now, who do you think is stronger right now? Sanji with the raid suit or Zoro with Edna?
I mean, Zoro has to be stronger than Sanji. That doesn't mean that because people seem to think that when you say somebody's stronger, you mean, oh, Zoro's just going to go in there and punch him in the gut and knock him out.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely
exactly.
not. I mean that's what gets so frustrating whenever you say, "Oh, Luffy's stronger than Zoro." Like, what? What? What are you talking about? No.
Right.
When we say stronger, we don't mean Luffy's glaring at Zoro, unleashing conquerors, and knocking him out. We mean, if he goes into Gear 4, yeah, he's probably messing him up a lot, but Luffy's going to be messed up pretty badly too.
Okay, a better question. Replace Zoro with just okay. Think about it this way, right? Page 1. Think about it this way. Page 1 is comparable to Ulti, and you saw what Ulti did against Luffy. Luffy had to go Gear 4, right? And Sanji washed Page 1.
I don't
think about that for a minute.
I don't actually put Ulti on the same level as Page 1 because based on portrayal, Ulti is stronger than him.
Right.
What do you mean? No. Ulti just older Page 1 older sister. So Page 1 kind of like Ulti, just kind of like Page 1 acts that way around Ulti. But like I think they're comparable. I think they're on the same level. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be on the same level. Also,
it's more so because in some ways, I'll be honest with you. No. Page 1 looks like he's whipped by his sister. Page 1 seems like the kind of brother where his sister says, "You do this," and he basically says, "Okay, sis, I'll go ahead and do that."
But the boy,
she's the more ambitious of the two. She's the more. She's the one in charge of the two, and because of that,
but the boy flying 6 members, and plus, Page 1 is a carnivorous zone. Well, OT is a carnivore.
Yeah,
so it's more on Page 1's favor, if anything. You think about it.
I don't really count the zone aspect in that. I mean, you're not wrong, obviously, but there's also more to it than just their fruit types. Like,
but you can't argue. But it is a fair statement to say if Ulti could push Luffy to go Gear 4, so could Page 1, right?
Yeah, it's definitely arguable. It's definitely something that could be true. Yeah, it's definitely something that I could see happening.
And if Sanji's washing no diff someone like Page 1, come on, doesn't that say something about Stealth Black and the amplification that he got from the raid suit, and that he's if you think about it that way, just think about. So don't sleep on Sanji, especially when you say Bippo is a minimum as strong as Sanji. Come on,
not sleeping on Sanji. I just don't have enough to go on personally with Sanji.
Page 1. Use Page 1 as a comparison. Page 1 as a comparison, then and he's comparable to OT. Then and then use the OT fight against Luffy, where Luffy had to go Gear 4, and use that as a comparison for Sanji's strength right now. Actually, no, stuff that Sanji is stronger because he also did train a week.
Did he? Because I don't remember. Yeah. I mean, he probably did.
If the rest was training, Sanji was training, so he wasn't just sitting his ass down, chilling, eating.
Yeah, you're probably right. He probably did train. You're probably right about that. I'm going to assume if he did train, then I would hope that during because I'm pretty sure it's going to be some semblance of a fight between him and King. It's not just going to be next chapter he's on his ass. I'm pretty sure it's going to at least be Sanji doing some degree of damage to him before he's potentially getting taken down. Potentially.
Mm-hmm. But just like, I don't know, I just see it from like Sanji's like suit being way harder than any metal. That's like a huge durability like buff. And so I don't know. Like beating Sanji right now, like to me, to me is really hard because just that durability factor he has is really amazing. I'm just like imagine he Omni Haki on top of that durability of his suit. That'd just be an OP defense.
Hell's memories.
Hell
Yeah,
memories too.
you make some very good points. Okay. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, like I was on the side of Beppo, but I do think Beppo will be strong, but I don't think he's gonna be. I wouldn't say. Oh, he's probably
Yeah, he's
strong as
stronger.
Sanji. I feel like
Yeah,
this is kind of disrespectful to Sanji,
yeah,
possibly. I
that's
mean,
disrespectful to Sanji
maybe not
because
because Beppo could be a beast, but we haven't seen anything from
no, it
Beppo.
is
But I'm
because
just hoping. I'm just hoping, man, because I think it'd be cool anyways. If all the animal type characters join the fight against Jack, or because like honestly, Chomper should be getting some type of power up because of the fact that these are zones that they're fighting.
Hold
So
on, I'll be right back.
so
I,
so that should be a case.
What's up?
Let me mute
I,
Cat, I guess, till he comes
I
back.
definitely see it with disrespect and spit in the face to Sanji because if you think about it, like, yeah, if you told me if he said that right, I would be like,
I
I
mean,
would
do
think
you
about
like
it. But
Beppo
after,
though?
No, he does. He
I
does
don't
not
hate
like
it.
Beppo
But no,
at
no, no,
all.
no, no, no. You gotta think about it this way. After like, okay, Beppo of his crew, Hawkins took them out no problem, low dipped them because Hawkins wasn't damaged in any capacity. And if Beppo's whole crew is getting taken out by Hawkins low diff, come on, you can't compare him to Sanji, Stealth Black. Come on, man. After what he just did to Page One, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, you can't compare him to Sanji, but we can't assume Beppo is weak either because it is hot. Okay, so he's not. He's not. I don't think he's going to end up being like a god or anything, but we can't assume
Mhm.
he's weak because all we know is they went against Hawkins, and
And
they
Hawkins,
got defeated, and also they went against like admirals in the when the admirals that came to the island.
hmm
So that's all we know about Beppo, really.
Right.
but like, I don't. For me, when you were getting low diff with your crew by Hawkins, it,
Game. I
it,
think you. I
it,
think you a little too hard on Beppo, man. Because
I
you gotta think.
think,
Hawkins did fight Zoro and base Luffy and did not get hurt.
um, but then he did get beat by Law though.
But
I mean,
he made
it sounds
he
funny
made
to
he
say
made he
Beppo.
made Law run like twice.
No, I mean like Law chopped him up in half and could have killed him, but he left him.
No, I'm talking about what about the other two times before where Law had to run?
Yeah, uh, yeah.
Like you make
Hawkings is pretty
I'm just
respectable,
saying,
but
right? You make it seem like
mhm.
Beppo is just like some trash fodder character because he lost to
no,
Hawkins, man. And
I
Hawkins
mean,
is a good.
he could be, but
it,
we can't assume. It's
it's
very
not that.
possible Beppo to be weak, but we can't assume that he is though. At the same time,
It's not that. He got low diff or yeah, low diff with his whole crew.
yeah, but them crew are like just
The
normal
rest
dudes
of the
though.
crew, yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man. Those two penguins just look pretty strong.
We can assume Beppo is though. He's the most prominent member of the crew. Like, I just don't think it makes any sense for Beppo not to have some type of strength.
You know what I'm saying? And
I
we
don't think
know
he's
John
completely weak.
Bart
I
is
think.
trash because he was getting whooped on by Ming.
Wait, was I muted?
Oh yeah, because I think I heard you talking or something in the background.
Oh,
I
well,
don't know. Man.
I was gonna tell you that unfortunately I'm gonna have to leave the stream.
Oh damn! This
Yeah,
early?
it's unfortunate, but I've got a company here now.
Okay.
But I mean, if I'm always up for talking about this, so if anybody here ever wants to, even just jump in like a voice chat conversation, just talk about it casually, I'd be up for that.
Same.
All right,
So
bro.
Just loading me up, and I'm up for it.
good.
All right, peace, Cat.
Good talking to all of you.
Good talking to you, bro.
Yeah,
Mhm.
always a pleasure, my friends.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna head out, and I'll see you. I'll see you next time.
Definitely.
And have a good night to all those watching. Leave a like for our man Z Boy here, and
Oh shit.
Appreciate it, man.
Support this man because he deserves it.
Facts.
All right, I'm out.
Thanks, bro. Have a good one, bro.
Have a good one.
But I mean, we would probably end it soon, but we haven't went over like let me see. I don't think we talked about what Nami did, trying to steal Zeus back.
Oh, that.
So, are y'all tired of that whole subplot line of Nami trying to take Zeus from Big Mom yet?
It's a gag at this point.
Yeah, I'm not excited about it, but I don't mind it. The real question is, where's Robin?
Robin and Jinbei are still hiding in the crowd, right? Or have they took their clothes off yet and revealed themselves?
Not sure. But I'm not too excited about the Nami thing. But yeah.
What'd you say again?
I'm not too excited about it, but I don't mind. It's not a bad subplot line.
If it's gonna ultimately end up to where she can use Zeus's power, and those level of attacks that she'll be able to gain with that, I would like it. I would like that. But I would just wish it would just happen already.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Big Mom can just create another Zeus. So yeah, I wouldn't mind Nami.
Exactly.
I take the Zeus for now.
I think yeah, I think my prediction is next chapter is that honestly, bro, I think Jack is going to destroy these minks.
Yeah, definitely. After like Peckin's disappointment in Whole Cake, yeah, I think these minks are gonna get destroyed by Jack.
I think everything is potentially like the Straw Hat's looking nasty right now, low key, but I think everything. I'm trying to think. Everything could potentially go to shit next chap, but maybe not.
Hopefully, yeah. I just want to see some 1v1s already. I'm not sure if the whole war is started yet, or this is still just like the start of it. And
there's more acts to come. At least apparently, what acts in the play are. Apparently, there's like 12 acts in the play or something. I don't know.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Something like that. It's a little bit more than 3. Ain't we only in the third act?
It's only the third act, but it's normal kabuki plays go up to 5. Sometimes it can go up to I think 7 or 9, but normally they go up to 5.
Yeah, so
we should probably have 2 more.
Yeah, I mean Marco's still not here, so
yeah. What do y'all think Marco's got planned with Carol Sparrow? Because it looked like they were working together, right? Or did I see that right?
I have no idea what's going on with two of them. Like completely no idea what they're planning. I don't see what they're gonna accomplish too. Maybe it's an additional ally on the Straw Hat side, but I don't see if they have any objective.
We know Carol Sparrow doesn't want to. He doesn't fuck with the Alliance. Because Carol Sparrow, he's Big Mom pirates to the death. You know what I'm saying? So he's not with that Alliance shit.
Would Big Mom hesitate to take Carol Sparrow's life or soul?
Oh yeah, I forgot all about the pirate. I forgot all about the Big Mom pirates. That's terrible.
I don't know if Big Mom would take it so. If she's not enraged. If she's enraged, then you know what I'm saying, all bets are off. But I don't think she would just do it if she wasn't.
Oh, okay. Oh, hopefully she does. She does, especially in this situation. She might lose her memory too. Like that's another sub problem because they did put an emphasis on her getting her head hit again.
I hope not. I hope that's it for the memory loss. I hope there's no more memory loss in this story.
Oh man, bro, I could see Oda doing the stupidest thing to where Big Mom gets memory loss, but his motorcycle get hit in the face because he does zoom into it.
She said,
it does.
"Ugh."
Yeah, and everyone was like, "Oh
that's
shit,
awful.
Big Mom."
Yo, I have a sad prediction that's possibly gonna happen because how Oda does with gags and stuff.
Oh no.
That would be so horrible. But and you laughing, but it is possible because Oda does do things like this.
I
Like she
couldn't
fell
have
into
been
some
mad.
water, bro. She fell into some water and lost her memories.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oda, I don't know, man. Like Big Mom was one of my favorite characters. I just don't know what Oda's up to.
She did look impressive for like a couple seconds before Robin and Frankie. What? I mean, Brooke and Frankie came in with the motorcycle.
Oh my god,
That was nasty. That was nasty. And
hopefully
it's
everyone.
funny. It's funny because Frankie didn't even want Brooke to ride with him at first. That's what made it so funny.
I think some of the fandom is calling Big Mom trash too, because I think that actually hurt Big Mom, which is strange. I'm very confused.
She said, "Ugh."
That is really strange.
Yeah, I think it's just the whole wave of the community nowadays. Someone takes even slightly damage, even though it's not even like damage, it's just more of like an attack. They're trash. It happened
This
with
sounds
Hydro.
crazy. It sounds crazy, but this access the power scale of that motorcycle.
I'll say it's bipolar.
Admiral level. It's Admiral level at least.
I mean, low key, maybe you could stretch that to be true because Vegapunk technology and stuff.
Vegapunk's a beast.
I just want to see Frankie, and it would be so dope if like there was like a some type of just like side comic or something, side manga that Oda did, which is Frankie and Brooke just fighting zombies and with the motorcycle. That'd be dope.
Interesting.
What you said?
But one question, like to you specifically, what do you think of two questions. Do you think Sabo is the right hand man of Dragon, or like the other crow dude is? And what do you think of Kobe power level right now?
Oh,
I know it's off topic. Quick question.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, like Sabo's ranked as he's called number 2 of the organization.
Mm-hmm.
And with Dragon, is Dragon called number 1?
No, he isn't.
Yeah, so that means it could be some secret number 1 hidden around. That would be a headcanon, but it's probably possible, most likely, that Sabo is the right hand man to Dragon. Although I could easily see Oda doing somewhere it'd be like, I'm called number 2, not because I'm second to Dragon, but because I'm second to the number 1. I can see something like that. But
that would be trash. I would be so salty if that was the case.
You know what? I used to be against that Sabo was second off the Dragon, but now looking at the Yonkos part, like how they have the second strongest in their crew is the first degree commander. And you can kind of put Sabo there. I mean, you can put Sabo there, and you know what? That's more believable. I'm more open to that.
Yeah.
That whole premise.
Yeah.
I was tripping back then. But the other question: how do you think? How strong do you think Kobe is right now?
Kobe, I wish I could find that meme. I'm gonna call it Kobe and Bo meme. But in all seriousness, the meme inside. Oh, let me see if I can find it real quick. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna screen share it on the stream. But I think Kobe might actually. I don't think he's beating Boa, but I do think he will surprise her a bit. What is Kobe consider? He's captain, right? He's called captain, right?
I think he's a real admiral now. He somehow got like a crazy promotion out of nowhere, which is weird. I'm kind of known as a quote unquote Kobe hater. I don't know why, because I'm honest about his power level. But
You
yeah,
are a Kobe hater. What do you mean you don't know why?
I just don't think he's the strongest. People overhyped him when he first made an appearance, then, which was very disgusting. Wait, someone put something in the Discord.
Yeah, I need to exit my Discord. But I think that's Grant's Discord going on. This Grant, shout out to
Zoro
Grant.
best go scrubs. What?
Shout out to
Man.
Grant's Discord. But yeah, I think Kobe is like Kobe's probably as strong as I know we keep using Frankie, but probably as strong as Frankie.
We do keep
yeah. That's a fair comparison because some fanboys were crazy when he first got introduced with the torpedo, saying he's strong as Sanji. I'm like, bro, why is also Sanji stop bringing my own, self black into this? I'm like, bro, it's like what he did wasn't really that impressive. He did Shuru underwater. Come on, bro. Everyone's doing that.
That was pretty impressive. Don't hate on the feed.
It was a torpedo.
Don't hate. You're being a hater right now.
You know what? You might be right, but yeah.
Kobe potential is a little brazy though. Like
it's crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Even I can't hate on that. Yeah,
like bro, this man hasn't only been like a year or two. This man grew like he went from looking like 6 to looking 16. Like
right.
in half a year, bro. Like this man, like that was crazy. Like he just can't tell his shit. Like his growth potential is crazy in many different ways.
Crazy as growth.
Yeah, he went from like 3'2" to like 5'8", like in like 3 months. I'm like, come on, bro, that's crazy.
Like apparently your hockey gets stronger. You just
you just get bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they might do something like that, where it's like some type of Rokushiki. You can make yourself taller or something. But
probably. But it's probably right. All the admirals are so fucking tall. They're all like 10 feet tall.
Yeah.
I think Victoria is like 9 feet 10. I think he's the shortest admiral out of all of them. But yeah.
I mean, to be fair though, we gotta remember. I always forget this because it's so ridiculous. But Kinemon and Momosaki are from the past. I mean, are from the past, right? So, what was it? The past or the future? What was it?
Who Kinemon and who?
Oh yeah, they was from the past and they went to the future. So
yeah.
So what does that mean though?
I'm just saying almost anything can happen in One Piece though, man. One Piece is a ridiculous story. Like there's angels and
that's facts.
There's angels?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Scorpion.
That's what the Scorpions are. Yeah,
that's what they're deemed. I just see them humanoid.
I mean, they're considered angels. I'm pretty sure.
Well, One Piece is a very rich world, to be honest. Like, damn,
it really is.
It's like, damn, I forgot about the Scorpions. That's crazy.
Right.
And they have a whole completely different. It's like a completely different world up there. It's like a completely different world. That's crazy.
But yeah, man, probably gonna end it soon though.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
All right.
We talked about everything, but that was a dope stream, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for inviting me, man.
Same here too.
I just noticed Kaido is looking over. He's looking in the direction of the minks.
Who?
He probably gonna let what's the name?
Oh my goodness! If he fires a fire breath,
I think he'll let Jack and the rest of them take on the minks because
he's looking in the direction. What if not Sabo, but what if I'm going crazy with these names. What if Marco has to save them or something? And it's like a fire. And it's like a fire clash. Oh nonsense! Ass. What do y'all think? What y'all thinking? Pounds, cover story, and do you think Pound is royalty? And if so, why Elbow? Pound is Pound.
What? Wait. What do you think?
The cover story. Pound is alive.
Oh, that was completely disgusting.
The Willipede, man. The Willipede. The Willipede.
Cover story.
That's right.
I mean, the cover story is. I can either take it or leave it. Like it's. I'm not angry with it. The Pound alive, but yeah, it does kind of undermine what happened in the actual manga. You know what I'm saying? The
Mm-hmm.
actual story. But it's whatever.
Maybe there
Hopefully,
was supposed to be
watch
like
Pedro
one
show up in the cover story the next chapter. Oh, bro,
Listen. Pedro better not show up.
R.I.P.
He better
Yeah.
not show up.
bro, it would be so ridiculous if Pedro's like a secret Scalbert or something. I'm just throwing stuff out there now, but
Pedro was a beast though.
Yeah, I like Pedro.
yeah, my thoughts on Pound. I think honestly, I don't know because I don't really I'm not really following the cover stories anymore. Uh,
Yeah, I don't.
I think obviously Pound will show up again and the Straw Hats be like, Pound, Sama, that's you, and things like that. And him and Capone, they're doing some things. They might try to go after Big Mom again. I can see that. Pound is technically royalty because he was like married to Big Mom. And so why Elbath? What did Pound is going to Elbath?
Well, what's Pound doing in Elbath?
No, I didn't know nothing about Elbath. I don't know what he means by that.
Oh, it says Big Mom married Pound to infiltrate Elbath, so her daughter would marry Loki. Is that true or is that a theory?
I think that's a
Big
theory.
Mom. Big Mom married Pound to infiltrate Elbath, so her daughter would marry Loki.
Is Pound even a giant?
I didn't think he was. He didn't look like
Like
one.
maybe he might be like a midget giant. I don't
He
know.
just has a really big face. Like
Yeah, like a huge
he's
head.
built really weird.
Yeah, he's. I don't know. His design is disgusting.
But yeah, I didn't know anything about that theory.
Ah, yeah. This is the first time me hearing that.
Married Mom to infiltrate Elbath, so her daughter would marry Loki.
Hadjarine selling, they gonna run into. I mean, it's possible, man. I mean,
I can
it's
see that. Yeah, I can
you
see
know, it
that.
actually be really interesting nonsense because then you don't you I'm gonna check your channel, bro. I haven't peeked your channel in a minute. But I think I remember him making One Piece content. It'd be cool that he made some like the cover pages, like some theories on the cover pages, because
Exactly.
a lot of people don't really focus on the cover pages. I never really thought about it. I never really like I used to kind of look at the cover pages, but I honestly don't like my brain doesn't really think of theories that could be going on with it. But a lot of times, Pound's a small giant, still a giant human. I mean, there's a lot of big humans though in One Piece. They're just classified as huge humans. Like Whitebeard's not a giant; he's just a huge human.
He's just yeah.
And Big Mom is like way bigger than Whitebeard, so that's what.
Yeah, I don't know how Big Mom came out of her mom's womb, but
Man. Woo. That thing blew out, boy.
Yeah, a hockey man.
bro. I mean, that's one last question that has nothing to do with the chapter, but I just thought about before we end it off. Could what if could Law shambles a baby out of a mother's stomach?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said, could Law shambles a baby out of a mother's stomach?
Yeah.
I would think so. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so
Law is
that
incredibly
explains how Big Mom was born. Then
Wait a minute. Can Law shamble someone's heart out of the body?
Yeah. Did he do that?
If so, why can't he just do that to Kaido right now?
Or does he have to like touch it? He probably has to touch it.
Oh, yes, it. Okay.
know.
I thought
yeah,
he
he
just
be
like
taking hearts out of people's bodies all the time.
Right.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. He does.
I'll just more like, can he switch it for like something else?
No, the only reason I dived is because the longest running cover story. So I'm gonna have a payoff, and Big Mom's the only relevance. Plus, before Pound died, he cleaned himself up. I mean, the cover stories do kind of come back sometime. Like we seen one cover story with Bartella Mayo but apparently burned Shank's flag. So
yeah, he burned Shank's flag. We see another cover story where Jinbei found the poneglyph, and that's the poneglyph that he brought to Big Mom. There's another cover story about Inaru being on the moon.
yeah, it was
So
also an actual separate like spinoff. I don't know what you call it spinoff. I don't know what you would call them, like kind of one note chapters and one note like things like. But yeah, there was an actual drawn like dang or whatever, like a one note where Enru was on the moon by Oda, I believe.
Oh wow.
Like it was like some moon people.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Yeah, any last predictions? Are y'all trying to end it off?
No, let me see. Nah, I'm good.
All right, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through. That was a dope stream, a good old long discussion about One Piece. I was bored as heck, so I was just like, why not, man? I create this thumbnail for some video later on, but wait, what is that echo?
Who's that?
Oh shit, my bad.
So yeah, man. Shout out to Grand Shogun. He also be streaming. Shout out to everybody in the chat, bro. Shout out to everybody that came through. Shout out to all the likes. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate everybody, man. Peace, like a stripe. Stay tuned for the next one.
Hey.
And we out there.
Peace.
New Sanji theory coming out on the Brother or Sanji channel. Check it out.
You heard him. Sanji over Zoro.